Hey guys, today we are in the 2020 Explorer ST with my friend Justin. Justin also has a C7 Corvette. He had the Z51 that I reviewed way long ago, the white one, the red stripes, and everything is chrome because Justin loves chrome. And for your daily driver, you just picked up this Explorer ST.
Yes.
So you do work at Ford.
Yep.
You're an engineer there. That's how I met you originally. What made you choose the Explorer ST?
So I wanted a car that was more practical than my old daily driver, which was a Focus
Yes.
ST. But I didn't want to give up like having something fun because I don't do slow cars. I don't do.
But you have a Corvette.
I know. Yeah. I don't do anything like super slow or
Yeah.
super boring. So I was like, I need something that's practical that I can go to like Home Depot with.
Okay.
And toss boards in and doors and things for my house.
Yes.
And still, when I'm driving around, it moves.
Okay. So, but then what made you want the Explorer and not like an F-150 or a Raptor? Or...
So I didn't want to go too big for two reasons. One, you can only fit so much car in the garage.
That is true.
And I wanted a car that would fit in the garage. And two, I've actually never been a truck guy. This is my second SUV, but my first time I really got an SUV because I sat down and thought about it. I briefly, when I first got my C6 Corvette, had a Grand Cherokee because I was like, well, for the winter, I should have an SUV and it makes sense.
Yes.
And then I really didn't like the experience.
Oh, okay.
So I went right back to cars.
It was because it was an SUV, not because of the Grand Cherokee you didn't like.
I actually got it with the wrong engine back then. I got it with the 6-cylinder, which no one should ever do. Just don't do that.
That might happen when I get a Gladiator. All right, so what is your favorite part of the Explorer ST so far?
Well, honestly, I like that it just has pretty much everything.
Okay.
It's not like really one feature. It's just, a lot of times you get in like a car that's more sporty and they decontent it. And this car, they did not. I have all of the bells and whistles, which I love. I even have the heated steering wheel, which I've never had before.
That is very nice in the winter.
And the winter, I'm looking forward to it a lot.
And then, cooled seats. I'm currently having because it's like 89 degrees outside today. Cooled seats are running. It is, but not cheap. What was your sticker price?
58 something.
Ooh, I mean, that's competitive in the segment, sort of, because you get way more horsepower than anything else out there. You cannot get a Honda Pilot with this power level. You can't touch anything else, really. What do you dislike about it?
Honestly, the cluster.
Really?
The 12.1-inch digital cluster sucks.
What about it?
It doesn't have the configurability you'd expect from an LCD cluster.
Okay.
And when you use the drive modes, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this from the back camera.
We'll show it later.
It takes forever for it to do anything.
Eco.
It's just.
Oh, geez, that is.
And then if you want the dual, let me go to sport. If you want the dual gauge, you have to go into sport, where if you want to see like a real RPM,
a tachometer and a speedometer.
and I wish I could get this all the time, because in sport it holds the gears.
Yes.
And even when you go into manual mode, if I hit the M button and put it in manual mode, it denies me if I want to go into a gear that, like, let's say at 55 miles an hour I could be in 10.
Yeah.
If I was in normal, but 10. In sport it's like, no, you can only go to 8.
It won't let you.
Because you don't need to go to 10.
You don't need overdrive gears.
You're in sport mode. And I'm like, but...
Okay, so you don't like the fact that you don't have as much configurability and freedom to do what you want.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a big waste there.
Okay.
Like, they could have done a lot more.
Okay.
With very little cost.
Okay. The other thing we need to talk about is you did not get the iPad option.
No, I got the regular screen.
So in case you aren't familiar, the new 2020 generation Explorer has an upgraded screen option that literally looks like somebody left their iPad Pro suction cup to the dash. It's super tall. I mean, people are doing it. Tesla's had that. The Ram has that now. Volvo's had the vertical screens. But why did you not want that?
So it wasn't because it was vertical. I actually liked the idea of the vertical screen. It was the execution of the screen. So you can see how kind of wide it is right now.
Yes, it's the right ratio is fine here.
Right. When you go to the wide screen, you actually get little gaps here on each side.
Okay.
And so it looks weird because there's this dead space between the vents and the screen, and then the screen comes down, which isn't a problem, but then it comes like really awkwardly high up. So if it was wider and then sunk further into the dash a little bit, I think it would be a lot better.
Okay.
Just it was the design, it looked very like, it's an afterthought.
Exactly, because that's how I felt too. A tall screen like in a Tesla or in a Ram, it's integrated into this dash here. but it sticks up so high. It's kind of like some of the I don't know if you remember the not older, like Mercedes, where like the C-Class, they just kind of stick a little screen on there, and it's like it's an afterthought.
And I think if you look at a lot of Fords, it looks like that's what we're doing, because even this has got the little, like...
That's true.
It sticks up a little bit.
It's not flush.
Yeah.
But everything else on the inside feels very nice. I mean, there is plastic, but it's very well done. And again, this is almost a premium level of a mid-size crossover SUV type of thing. What about the driving stuff? Did you really want the rear-wheel drive based platform?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't want a Taurus on stilts.
I was like, if I'm going to give up having a manual transmission, which is another reason why I usually don't like SUVs, I need to keep rear-wheel drive.
Okay.
I can't do front-wheel drive, automatic, not 8-cylinder. It's like I can give up 2.
You gotta pick
I
and
can't
choose.
give up all 3.
Okay. All right. So this is going to be your daily driver of the winter thing. I saw you have a tow hitch on the back. So you're going to be towing stuff?
Yes and no. I might at some point. But the reason why there's a tow hitch on the back is I call it my rear bumper defender.
Okay.
So if someone were to hit me, doesn't hurt my car, it hurts their car.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I have a bike rack at home that I can put in there. In the winter, I'm trying to, right now, Tire Rack doesn't have the TIPM sensors yet, but when they do, I'm going to get a set of 18s with Blizzaks.
Okay.
Because it has all seasons, but I like my winter tires.
All seasons are equivalent to no seasons.
Exactly.
This is the compromise in either direction. So you've put almost 4,000 miles on this thing already.
Yes.
Ooh, that's my friend's McLaren. Hey, Jeff. Oh, God, that color's amazing. So overall, very happy with it? No buyer's remorse, nothing?
No. I mean, the car goes. When you hammer on it, it moves.
Okay. Is there anything you wish you would have optioned onto it that you didn't?
No, because the only option I could have got, the only 2 options I could have got that I didn't were the premium pack, which came with the screen.
Yes.
It comes with the nicer seats. I'm kind of okay without having like the multi-contour seats. And then the only other thing was the street/track pack, which FYI to everyone is the same thing. The only difference is the track pack, they actually give them like better brakes that the dealer installs.
Oh.
So the street and the track pack leave Chicago assembly exactly the same. And then...
Well, that's kind of lame.
And then the dealer puts on... See. It moves.
It sounds pretty good, and we're just in regular mode. Put it in the sport. Let's hear that. You can also brag that you have the exact same rotary shifter as a Ford GT, but which is also the same as something in a Ford Fusion. So.
But yeah, the street pack and track pack had the 21-inch wheels, which had the red calipers, which were nice. But they had all black rims,
and you hate black.
I do not like black rims. I had to settle on this car for machine face, which are my second favorite after, of course, chrome, because I love my chrome.
Yeah, Justin's Corvette has chrome everything. You know, some people do chrome delete. He does chrome edition.
Yeah, I do. I do. And it's weird because I'm not old. The typical old guy thing is like, oh, he's got to be like 80-something years old to like chrome. No, I just like chrome.
This thing sounds pretty good. This is a 3-liter EcoBoost V6, which apparently, explain your license plate, it's Nano ST because the engine code is Nano.
Yeah, so the engine family is the Nano family, and my Corvette's plate is LT1 Z51, so engine trim. So I did the same thing on this one.
Okay.
Which is engine Nano and trim is ST.
Gotcha.
So I just...
Gotta get the vanity plate there.
Yeah.
Cool. So if somebody was thinking about getting one of these, whether they're cross-shopping with have you driven a Durango SRT?
I haven't driven one, but I've been in one.
Okay. Like compared to that, or even just a regular Explorer, a Honda Pilot or something, what would make you or somebody want to get this?
So I think really if you're into looking for a performance vehicle, it's this and the Durango are really the only 2 that you're talking about, because everyone else either is front-wheel drive, or to get the rear-wheel drives with performance, you have to go with something like a BMW M or
X5M
a Mercedes.
or a Cayenne Turbo. Yeah, you're spending
something
6 figures.
That's way more expensive. In terms of this versus the Durango's a good car.
Yes,
I actually like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's just older at this point, and so it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. Like this thing has the adaptive cruise control with stop and go and lane centering. So I've taken this up to a supplier in Saginaw a few times, and I literally drove the car in autonomous mode.
Yeah, call it that.
Like the whole way, with my hands very lightly on the wheel.
Yeah, and it's just relaxing.
Yeah,
because you can just kind of settle down and let the car do its thing. That's true. What about this compared to the previous generation Explorer Sport? Do you think it's earned the ST badge name?
Yes.
Having owned a Focus ST before, do you think it's earned it?
Yeah. It's versus I've driven a Sport at work.
Yeah.
And the two cars are totally different.
Because the Sport was a blingy wheels and like a little bit more aggressive engine tuning and some like
the character of the platforms are different.
Okay.
Like that old, most people know the old Explorer was based on the Taurus.
Yes. Yep.
And the Taurus platform was just, so it's basically an old Volvo S80.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, D4 is from an S80.
Oh, okay.
So it's not.
So it's ancient.
Yeah.
This was a brand new. I actually did a little bit of engineering work when I used to work at Ford too. This is quick. It's peppy. On this U625, which is the rear-wheel drive based one. But yeah.
And you can see how it
just
holds
holding
gear.
in sport mode.
So I switch it back to normal because it gets annoying after a while.
So that's cool though. So it's definitely better than the Sport, and you think it's earned its ST badge name. It's got all the features you want: the comfort, the luxury, the technology, and it's quick and fun to drive, and it looks pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, sounds like you're happy with your purchase, which I'm sure you thought long and hard about it before you did that.
Yeah, I almost held out another year for the Bronco, and I was like, no, this car is good enough.
Okay. We won't even talk about the Bronco until we get ourselves in trouble. That's something we shouldn't say. There, that is what it's like to own a 2020 Explorer ST. I'm sure we'll see tons of these out there, and then when the cop cars come out, we're going to start looking for these in our rearview mirrors. Other than that, anything else you want to add? That's it.
I just love this car.
Make sure you check out the review that I'm going to film driving this brand new 2020 ST. And thanks for watching, guys.